How you doing? Good morning. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Welcome to my channel. It's called Stock Markets with Bruce because I'm Bruce. See, there you go. And it's a Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce. You could buy this T-shirt, you know. You can buy any T-shirts of my channel. Just go to my Redbubble store. The link is in my homepage. So thank you. I think there's a sale on right now. Do any of you guys get these alerts from Redbubble? I get them all the time. I think if you've ever once bought anything from my channel's Redbubble store, you will get alerts about anything like this. I think there's a 40% off sale on certain stuff through Redbubble. Check it out. I don't know. I don't set the prices. I don't make the product. I just get a royalty whenever somebody buys something with my logo on it. Thank you. Auntie Jen, thanks you. Costco thanks you because, we go to Costco and spend the money. Thank you. Welcome to the show. We're up 303 points this morning on the Dow in the pre-market. This is not a surprise because Apple has been up pretty well $10 all day here so far in the pre-market. We're up 20 points on the S&P 500. We're up 115 on the NASDAQ markets. So S&P is up 0.4 of a percentage point. NASDAQ up 2/3 of a point, and the Dow up 0.8%. Very good. Oil is up 36 cents a barrel at 79.31. So even with a 36-cent jump, we only got back over $79 a barrel. This thing's been 78 and lower. It's going lower. Oil is going to go lower. Don't get caught in this. There's talk that Saudi Arabia might extend their production cuts. They've been doing this for 2 years, folks. It ain't working. They can't get oil back to $100 a barrel. They can't get it to 120. Our friend over there that runs that place, Saudi Arabia, who invites journalists into his embassy in Turkey and then chops them up and takes them home in pieces and body, gym bags on private jets to, that guy. Not a fan. Okay, I'm just not a fan of that guy. Anyone who chops up journalists in their embassies, I'm not really a big fan of these guys. Call me crazy. I'm just saying. Okay. And of course, any dictators that lock up journalists for being journalists, not crazy about them either. And so I wish them all not well. How about that? Okay, I'm sure many of you feel the same way. How you doing? I'm a little PO'd this morning. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm also bemused and rather. Maybe I'm excited. I don't know. I'm in the middle of a rant kind of a thought here, but I'm also really pumped. You viewers who watch me every day probably listen to me more than watch me. I mean, what's the look at? You guys are doing great. As a whole, overall, God, you guys are doing beautifully here. You've become option writers. You figured out that you can write options on stock you have. You figured out you can write options on stock you don't have by writing options on stock. You can write cash secured puts. You don't even have to own the stock to do a cash secured put, right? You're writing credit spreads and you don't own any stock. It's unbelievable. You're figuring all this out, and we all know why. You're here every day with me. You've taken my classes. You're in the middle of taking my classes. You're figuring out, oh my God, there's a world I never knew existed before. Jesus, this is great. And you're asking yourself, when you're brand new here, you're asking yourself, is this legal? Am I allowed to do this? And then you find out, not only is it legal, it's being done by every major institutional investment outfit around the world. And you as a retail investor, no one is telling you about this. Like, no one is telling you that you too can act and trade just like the big boys, but right from the comfort of your house. One contract at a time, 5 at a time, 15 at a time, 200 at a time. You're nothing burgers if you don't trade at least 1,000 contracts at a time. You're nothing burgers. It's okay. It's all good. people here just don't realize that they're shocked when they find out they have enough assets that they're sitting on, that they have been sitting on for years, that they can write options against that would allow them to quit their day jobs and just live off the revenues from their assets. They never knew. For 10, 15 years, this has been the situation. Since you were 35 years old, 40 years old, 45 years old. I don't know how old. There are seniors here. I know there are seniors here. I'm a senior. There are seniors here in their 50s and 60s and 70s who are writing options, who are bringing in income to their accounts because they're watching me and talking to you and hanging out here aggressively or quietly, who are really changing their retirement situations to the better. I read an article this morning talking about seniors who have learned and figured out that you can write options on stock you own in your retirement accounts. And it has come as a shock to these people as to how much money they can haul in from this. It has just blown their minds. They're in their 70s and they're sitting on 3,000 shares of Apple or 3,000 shares of stock that is combined, like 500 Apple, 500 Microsoft, 500 this, 300 that, 200 that, 400 that. They put it all together and they figured out I can write options on these shares out of the money contracts 2, 3, 4 months out and haul in some ridiculous premiums. And this is cash I get immediately into my account, and I can do whatever I want with it. If it's inside a retirement account, of course, there's restrictions on how you get at it, blah, 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 blah. But if it's inside a retirement account and you're just building your retirement balance to extend the life of your retirement, because you don't know how long you're going to live, you got to live longer than your money does. You got to have money. So people are adding to their retirement and or their cash flow out of retirement in a dramatic way that they never thought was possible. And none of their trusted, quote unquote, financial advisors ever told them they could do this 30 years ago. They were never told. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, last week. Some of you will never be told about how to write options from anywhere else except from me. It could well be that I'm the only source that tells you that, did you know you could write options on your shares? Did you know you can write options on ETFs? Do you know that? Are you aware of that? Do you know that you can use margin with respect to, say you have some ETFs in your accounts because you're a very conservative person? Did you know you can use the margin ability of those to write stock option credit spreads, to bring in income against the holdings, along with holdings that you're sitting on? You don't know that, do you? Because no one talks to you about this. Because fund managers, asset managers, these so-called pros from Dover, to quote a line from the movie MASH, the pros from Dover, one, they don't give a shit about you. First of all, let's get to the quick. They don't give a crap, okay? They don't want to know who you are. They don't want to know what you want. They don't want to know your kids. They want one thing, okay? One thing. The one thing they want, the only one thing they want, and I mean just one thing. They want to control your assets. They want to control your assets. And they'll put you into very conservative type funds. They'll have you fill out a form or fill out an online questionnaire about your risk tolerance levels and your income needs and all this fancy crap, okay, about really wanting to get to know you. The information you provide them goes into a computer software program they've created, and it spits out of every dollar you have, here's how much should go into this fund, here's how much money should go into that fund. They'll break it out into a percentage. They'll present you with a wonderful presentation. It might be an online presentation. It might be a brochure they print off. I don't know. And it'll tell you that, oh, yes, you should be in our sovereign wealth fund, or you should be, 3/4 of your money should be into this, or 20% should be into that, and it'll be dividend yield, high growth, international growth, high tech, blah, 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 blah. And it's all done by software, artificial intelligence software, and it's not all that intelligent. It's been around for years, this stuff. And then you hand them your $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, and they divvy it up into slices, and then it's, quote, it's managed for you. Yeah, you're now sitting on 5 different ETFs that are managed by the firm you gave the money to. And they are taking fees, baby. They are getting paid. Their head office in Manhattan, glorious. And their branch offices and the private jets they operate and all their senior staff, well-paid people. I mean, they're experienced market people. They should make top dollar. And you are paying them a ton of fees. You think it's 1 or 2% a year because that's the so-called admin fee against your account. Think again. These different ETFs have fees built into them. So when a fund delivers you 4% return, they really made 8, but 4% got shaved off all over the place. You'll never see it. And then there's the management fee, and there you go. And so you get your 3, 4, 5% a year, and they show you beautiful charts that show how well you're doing. Oh, the charts are you're just surging, and you're underperforming by 50 to 100% from anywhere else. And you're not writing options. And here I am, and here we are with the family of folks here. There's now almost 200 folks here who are option writers, and their lives have been completely transformed. And option writers have joined me here, been created here, that are 20 years old, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to the 80s, and are generating revenue every day, every week, every month, and their lives have been completely changed for the better. The cash flow amounts that are coming through this channel, through the viewers of this channel, have been profound. And right now, we are loving life when it comes to Nvidia. We're quite happy with the Nvidia story as a general whole story, because good old Nvidia is hanging right in there. Has been volatile the last couple of weeks, which is kind of part of the reason we love this thing, because we love its volatility. Stock is 863 or 873 this morning. It was 861 this morning. It's 873 right now, up 15 bucks. Thank you very much. We're okay. By the way, I just saw a headline here. April jobs report shows soft 175,000 increase in employment and wages rise more slowly. Do you know what this means for the stock market? It's good. Do you notice the Dow? It's up 500 points. Dow loves this stuff. Any kind of a slowdown in the economy, a higher unemployment rate, which is now 3.9%, by the way, it's not that much higher. A slowdown in wage growth. Oh, the markets love this. That's the story. U.S. jobs added 175,000 jobs in April, below the 240,000 forecast, as if that's official. U.S. unemployment rate rises 3.9% from 3.8%. Hourly wages rise 0.2% in April, below forecast. Increase in hourly wages in the past year slows to 3.9% from 4.1%, low since May 21. U.S. job gains in March revised 315,000, up from 303. That's contrary to this. And gains were lowered to 236 from 270. Very interesting. This is wonderful. This is the kind of news you want to see. And so Nvidia's up 1550, and all of my viewers who are writing put credit spreads are smiling from ear to ear today. And the Dow is up 500, S&P up 58, NASDAQ up 271. It's all good. It's all good times. Could it mean lower interest rates sooner, or higher interest rates for not quite as long as we thought? Maybe. Stick around. We'll try to figure it out together. Thank you all for joining me. Those of you writing options, welcome to the party, pal. Boy, is life good. You've got to love the way this works out. You make money when the markets go up. You make money when the markets go down. I mean, look at Sofi. We're up 14 cents a share right now to $7.13 a share. Good old Sofi. Thank you, interest rate possibilities. We even hit 720 a moment ago on Sofi. It's kind of nice to see it participate in the market uptick, isn't it? It's nice. Okay, what else is going on here? GameStop up a penny to 12.78, so it's kind of recovering from its little doldrum of 12.45, 12.50 something. It's back to 12.78. The high yesterday 12.88 on GameStop. What is it going to do, and why is GameStop doing what it's doing? GameStop, I think, is doing what it's doing because of what I have been saying now for what? How long have I been saying this now? Have I been saying this for 3 months, 2 months? Have I been mentioning it again and again and again that it's possible that GameStop is a takeover target? Have I been? If you haven't heard that from me, you're not listening, obviously. It could be a takeover target. Why? Bruce, really? Come on. Takeover target? GameStop? What are you, nuts? There's 306 million shares out there. They were trading at $10 a share last week. So the value of the company, the market cap was $3 billion. If it's a takeover target, at what price is it a takeover target? Well, the why is it a takeover target, I think, is answerable because there's 1.2 billion in cash in its bank account, which is just sitting there with Ryan Cohen not doing a damn thing with it, from what I'm led to believe, because he ain't talking. So there's 1.2 billion cash lying around. There's a company that has had its expenses slashed dramatically in the last 2 years. Kudos to Ryan Cohen and his team. They have slashed compensation all over the place. They got rid of highfalutin VPs and other people who are taking huge salaries and bonuses. They're all gone. Those juicy stock options that some of these managers are getting, gone. A lot of mid-level people gone. A lot of regional managers for those 5,500 stores gone. The stores from 5,500 to 4,100 gone. I mean, they've offloaded the losing part of this company. Gone. What's left? I think we have another 400 or 500 stores to offload that are underperformers, and the staff associated with it, unfortunately, and a bunch of mid-level managers who were managing it all and watching all those different areas. They'll all be cleaned out, and that leaves you with a company that is lean and mean and is probably going to net 300 to 400 million a year in profit. Believe it or not, a brick and mortar company like GameStop could clear 300 to 400 million a year in profits because it is going to be stripped down to what it is. They sell games in stores. End of story. Okay, that's what they do, and that's what they're going to do. And like it or leave it, that's what's happening, and they're going to generate cash. And so this is a cash cow. This sucker can be a cash cow. 1.2 million cash in the bank, 300 to 400 million coming in every year. Hey, in 5 years, there's going to be more than $2 billion in cash in this thing. Wait a minute, more than $2 billion in cash, and it's worth $3 billion at $10 a share, generating 300-400 million in profit per year? Whoa, okay, hold it a second. Let's revisit this one more time. You're telling me there's a $3 billion company with 1.2 billion cash in the bank. Take that out. You got a $1.8 billion business, according to the market, at $10 a share. And a $1.8 billion business is generating 300 to 400 million in revenue. What? It's trading at 4 times earnings, 5 times earnings, 4.5 times earnings. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're saying. And I think there are investment groups out there, interested parties, that could be mutual funds, could be hedge fund operators, could be pools of, I don't know who it is. But there's people out there who are paying attention going, wait a minute, whoa. If we could buy these guys, privatize this company, just make it private, we'd get our hands on that 1.2 billion. We don't have to ask anybody for permission to do anything with that money. And this sucker can crank 300 to 400 million out from its operations. Why wouldn't we buy this thing for $4 billion or $5 billion? I mean, if we paid $5.2 billion for this company, let's use that number, and $1.2 billion is cash, we're only paying $4 billion for the operations. The enterprise value is $4 billion, which generates 400 million in profits. That's a 10 to 1 PE multiple. This is a joke. This is half price. This should be $8 billion of enterprise value. So it should be a $9.2 billion takeover. If a $9.2 billion takeover is coming with 300 million shares outstanding, my math says $31 a share. 31 times 300 million shares is 9 point something billion dollars. So the stock at 1276 is $18 below what it could fetch as a takeover target. And it wouldn't be too expensive. Kind of weird to hear about that. Kind of weird to think about that in GameStop terms, isn't it? Because we've been seeing the stock languish and drift along and get all the way down to $10. And you guys are asking me, what should I do with my deep in the money calls? Should I keep writing? What do I do? What? I get it. I understand. Many of you walked away from GameStop who've been here all along. You've walked away because it got boring and the premiums weren't there and there was nothing going on. I get it. There's nobody out there who's saying they're looking to buy the company. Nobody officially is saying a damn word. But yesterday, somebody did something. 8.5 million traded, and it went up 17% in one day. And then instantly an article shows up somewhere, miraculously an article shows up saying that this stock hasn't done this in years. It reminds people of the good old meme trading days. Well, this isn't a company going out of business. No matter what some of these analysts want to tell you, they're not going out of business. And so what do you pay for a company that could generate 400 million a year? Think about this too. You turn this into a private corporation. You don't have to pay listing fees anymore. You don't have to pay all those SEC fees anymore, filing fees. You don't need securities lawyers anymore. Just think of the millions you would save running this company if you didn't have this as a public corporation, made it a private corporation, turned the corporate headquarters of GameStop to Bermuda, to the Bahamas, made the corporate head office in Switzerland, tax-free. Hello, goodbye American taxpayer. We're not going to pay American taxes. You take this company and make it private and re-register its head office offshore. You have an entity that now nets out easily 400 million a year. There are investors out there who are not Americans, who have lawyers and tax advisors around the planet who are going to say, buy this thing, privatize it, divvy it up into pieces, because you can do whatever you want with it when you privatize this company. There are no shareholders to worry about anymore. And you can run this as a tax-free money maker around the world. That's what I see from my vantage point out here in the wilderness of Palm Desert, California, where the conditions are so harsh. $12.76 is the pre-market price on GameStop. The stock could go to 30. Pay too much for it, you're paying 40. But if you're going to re-register it as a private corporation in Bermuda, in the Bahamas, or Luxembourg, or wherever you want to do it in a tax-free locale, maybe it is worth 40 to 45 a share to that investor. Maybe it is. And you know what? Someone buying this thing for $10 billion? What's $10 billion among friends? Because didn't we hear last night that Apple announced they're going to buy 110 billion of their stock back? That's what's causing Apple shares to go up. Apple shares are rising because the company has indicated they're going to buy up to 110 billion of their stock back. The stock's up 1246 right now to 185.55. This is putting Apple very close to $3 trillion again. And they came up with wishy-washy results. They came up with they beat estimates, which were lowered estimates from the year before. The stock is up $14 a share, or $12 a share. Sofi beats on every metric imaginable that you have to measure a company against. New customers, deposits on hand, net margins, gross revenue, net revenue, higher, beyond expectations, higher than estimate, and the stock gets crushed the days after the earnings. There's your difference. There's 3 different stocks for you right there. GameStop, takeover target. Apple can do no wrong. No matter how bad they're doing, they can't do wrong. And SoFi can do no right. No matter how great SoFi works, they're just not good enough. Wall Street has concerns. Really, Wall Street? You're full of crap. We're at 714 on SoFi. Okay. We're a little better. We should be at 1514, but we're at 714. We'll get there. GameStop 1280 now in the pre-market. And Apple is up $12 a share, and Nvidia is up nicely now, $8.75 a share, up $16 odd. Thank you very much. Those of you, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you're joining me here and you are an option writer because of me, I'm grateful. I am beyond happy that you guys somehow found me. I don't know how, but you found me, and you've learned how to write options. I'm thrilled. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. 243 people here. Hit the thumbs up button for us, please, if you like making money in this market. Thank you all so very, very much. A couple of things. First of all, the number of seniors writing options is rising, and seniors have begun to figure out, those who have checked into it, asked some questions. Seniors have started to figure out, I can write options on my portfolio. I didn't know that. The guy at Merrill Lynch in the 80s never told me that. The guy at Fidelity in the 2000s, or the girl in Fidelity, never told me that. The app I have hardly mentions anything about writing options. I mean, I had to figure this out by going on to YouTube and doing some searching, and I came across this old fart sitting in front of a computer, Canadian, no less. I mean, he's not even American, for God's sake. And he has no hair from like here all the way to here. I mean, there's like nothing. And this guy has the gall to sit there in his T-shirt with his name on it to tell me I can make money writing options on my account. And you know what? I checked this guy out. I checked this thing out. I looked into this. He's right. And then I find out that he says it's a conservative way to invest in the market. And he's right. That's what all the Google searches tell me too. Writing options is a conservative strategy of investing, and yet investors aren't being told about it. Why is that? Well, maybe one reason is that there's not enough commissions in it. Maybe it's that if you're a shareholder of stock or ETF and you want to write options that are like expiring in 4 months, you're only going to write contracts every like 4 times a year, 3 times a year, a couple of times a year. You're not making enough commission for these firms. Another thing is you are taking your money out of your managed accounts where these fees are being generated, and you're managing them yourself. They can't make any money off of you if you manage your own money. They're not going to encourage you to take your $500,000 account, $2 million account, shift it over into your control, and now write options against it. They're not making any money from you. Why would they encourage you to write options? Duh. Yeah, of course. Welcome to the party, pal. If you've come over here, you've joined the part of the market where the money is being made. As simple as that. You want to know how much money is going around? In this business, this options business, it's $5 trillion a week of turnover. That's a T, not B. $5 trillion a week turning over, and it's growing massively. The other thing I heard about today, I read today, was how many seniors are now using credit cards to get by because of inflation, cost of living, the cost of keeping their house together, the cost of getting their car repaired when it breaks down unexpectedly, the cost of life's troubles. They don't have tens of thousands in the bank account to draw on for any kind of an emergency. They're cash flowing their retirement. There are a gazillion, 17 million Americans minimum, that are cash flowing their middle class retirement lifestyle. They don't have $1,000 in spare cash at a moment's notice. They have to use their credit card to get that kind of cash. The delinquency rate and the balances being held by Americans that are older at 24% interest is astonishingly high and getting worse. This is why it's so important for anyone you know. If you're an option writer and you're 40 years old and you know mom and dad are having cash problems, they're not kind of getting along too fine with their retirement money, you might have to help step in and help them write options with their retirement accounts to at least try to bring in 10 or 20% more return on their conservative portfolio. Because if they're being managed by some management company, Chase Wealth Management or JP Morgan Wealth Management, these multi-trillion-dollar monsters with guys running these companies who are in G80 jetcraft all the time, living the life of billionaires and trillionaires. Maybe it's time to take money away from those assholes and help manage your mom and dad's money yourself, because they're not doing the job. But I can only do so much. I can only shock you so much before you turn off or you act. It's the Will Smith dope slap sometimes to wake you up that there's only one go around. Your mom and dad and your grandparents have had the go around. If your mom and dad are in the 70s and 80s, what's left? Another 100 years of great times? Think again, kids. What about you? You're 45, you're 50. How you doing? Are you physically just as good as you were when you're 17? Have you noticed problems getting around the house? Are you finding that every time you go to the doctor, there's something else wrong and you're now on to 15 pills a day? Like, how you doing? It's a one-time party here. How's it going? Are you draining your retirement account faster than you should be? Are you going to outlive your money? Welcome to this channel where maybe you have a chance to turn that around. Thank you for being here. We're up 480 on the Dow, 55 on S&P. We're up 263 on NASDAQ. We opened in 27 minutes. Oil is up 18 cents a barrel. Money managers are addicted to certain kinds of markets. And you have heard me talk about again and again and again about how the bond market is projecting 6 interest rate cuts. That's what they were saying 6 months ago. Then it was, oh, no, we're not going to get 6 in 2024. We'll get 3 interest rate cuts in 2024. The whole talk had been the rates went up to 5% temporarily, and then they're going to come back down again. And we're going to go back into the area of cheap money. And I hate to break it to you, but if you're 40 years of age and younger, 45 and younger, you have never experienced a life of high interest rates. Even now, you haven't had high interest rates. When you became 20, 25 years of age, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that was 2004. Wasn't even it was after 2000. I mean, just unbelievable. After 2001, after the airplanes flew into skyscraper. And then 08, a lot of you became graduates and started working after 08, 09. And you've been exposed to nothing but almost zero interest rates. Compared to 2% inflation, when you paid a 2% loan rate on a loan and you have 2% inflation, that's zero interest rate policy. Okay, so if a bank charges you 5% for a car loan, but inflation is 2%, you're getting money kind of cheap. Now it's 8 to 10%. You're paying a little more, but it's not 18 to 20% like I had to go through. Fair enough. It doesn't have to be that bad to be legit. These rates today are normal. These are okay normal rates. And if a business can't make it in this environment, it doesn't deserve to be in business. It should go broke. If you cannot make money as an entrepreneur with 3.5% interest rates, 3.5% inflation and 5% inflation and interest rates, you're not a very good business person. Your business model is flawed, and it starts at the top or it's somewhere along the bottom. Something is not working out properly. You have to either go out of business, merge with somebody else, or try again. There is no guarantee just because you work hard, your business is going to thrive and survive. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to be smarter than your competition. It's the American way. So it's nothing It's nothing personal. It's just business. But the days of zero interest rate policy and the days of 2% mortgages and 3% mortgages are over. Those were emergency measures implemented by central bankers around the world, some of which had negative interest rates to really spur their economy. And those days are over. In Germany, up until 3 years ago, you could get a mortgage at a negative rate. Not a problem whatsoever. You would owe less money on your loan at the end of your loan if you paid interest only, because you didn't have to pay interest. There was no interest payable. German government policy. The federal government of Germany and the federal governments of many other countries, certainly in the Netherlands and elsewhere, were promoting to their citizens, please God, buy a new car. Please renovate your house. Borrow money to put solar panels on there, get a new water heater, add a brand new air conditioning system, insulate your house to the highest degree possible to use as little energy as possible, renovate your second home and make it a quality rental outfit. We will lend you money and we will give you subsidies and we'll give you tax breaks, because the governments of these countries were desperate to get their economies going. They were stagnant. And they didn't want to happen in Europe what was happening in Japan for the last 35 years. Japanese workers in Japan were not getting a pay raise for over 20 consecutive years. No pay raise. Why? Because the yen against foreign currencies kept appreciating, which meant that imports into Japan kept depreciating. So if you brought in an Apple iPhone or you brought in Microsoft software, whether it was online or physical, the cost of goods to Japanese residents was dropping. It was anti-inflationary. Japanese investors were buying Japanese bonds for safety. You buy your own country's stuff. They were getting 0% returns, but they were getting 0% returns on their yen. They were buying yen-backed securities, knowing that at the end of 5 years, the yen security that they own is worth 30% more against the rest of the planet. They were making money by not making money. I mean, what? Those days are over. Economies now have to grow for real rather than artificially. And so the zero rate game is over. You're back to get off your ass and make some money and be more efficient than the next guy. And don't count on the government to make it for you. The problem here in the United States this year is going to be the big election coming up. And the big question on economists' minds, believe it or not, economists are worried that if Trump doesn't get in, then those tax cuts that Trump enacted back in his term are going to expire, because those had an expiry date on them. Because remember, Congress can't get its act together with permanent policy. Congress can only pass laws for whatever reason in their brain. Most of the laws they pass, and the Senate too, let's be fair, have expiry dates. And it's good for this election cycle. We're going to pass laws that are good for me to get reelected. And then we'll see about what we do next time. Because the last thing I'm going to do as a Republican, or the last thing I'm going to do as a Democrat, is I am not going to pass a law that's going to make it easy for my opponent, who could possibly knock me out of here, to now benefit from those beautiful tax cuts I gave for the next forever, because we don't want a Democrat to take credit for a Republican cut, and we don't want Republicans to take benefits from Democratic policies. We only want to, we want them to look bad and for us to look good, and we get reelected all the time, and no changes ever take place. The American way. So now the problem is the talk. Well, if Biden gets reelected and he doesn't extend the tax cuts that the very, very, very wealthy were really enjoying here, what are we going to do? If you're broke, if you only make $60,000 a year or less, you're probably spending every dime you're making. And if you get a tax cut, what is that, $5 a week more in your pocket? I mean, you're not paying any taxes. I mean, really, are you really adding up how much tax you're actually paying? You're being deducted at source. You don't get a tax bill at the end of the year. You're probably getting a tax refund at the end of the year. You're a nothing burger. The American tax system is really geared to those making $250,000, $400,000, $600,000 a year and up. And there are many who do that, and they begrudgingly have to pay something to the feds. The worry is that, if there's a tax thing goes through and it expires, all those tax cut expires, that means the very wealthy people now have to pay 30% income tax instead of 22% income tax, or corporations have to pay 28 to 30% tax instead of 15% tax. If you're making 60 grand a year, no difference no matter who's in power. You're making 80 grand a year, no difference. You're making 200,000 a year, no difference. You weren't part of the tax package in the first place. You thought you were. It was sold to you like you were, but it made no damn difference whatsoever, because you're a nothing burger. If you're a $200,000 a year American, you're a nothing burger. I'm sorry, did you not know that? Politicians don't give a crap about $200,000 a year people. They don't care, because you don't contribute to the super PACs. Billionaires contribute to super PACs. They care about those people. And look, a billionaire who can throw a $2 million contribution into a super PAC for a tax deduction, by the way, they're worth 200,000 small investors, 200 small voters, 200,000 voters, one guy, one husband and wife. They'll go after them. They'll cater to them. They don't need you, because you ain't got the bucks, baby. So welcome to this channel where you're going to get the bucks. Am I going to turn you into a billionaire? No. Can I turn you into a $200,000 or $300,000 a year income earner? Probably. Stick around long enough, take my classes, hang around here. Well, yes, you will. And if you're making $200,000, $300,000 a year from option writing, and you're making 20, 30, 50, 100,000 a year on everything else you have, Social Security, pension at work, I don't know, God bless you. You're making 3, 4, 500,000 a year. Great. Are you a billionaire? No. But you make 500,000 a year for the last 30 years of your life. You brought in $15 million. Way to go. And there's no reason why that can't keep growing. None. No reason whatsoever. And so maybe you will be a millionaire, multimillionaire down the road. I'll be long gone. But way to go, kids. Welcome to the party. I'm glad you're here. We're up 490 on the Dow. We're up 58 on S&P. We're up 286 on NASDAQ. Everything is working out. Unemployment is under 4% now for almost 4 straight years under a Democratic president. Oh my God, what's wrong with this planet? That can't happen. That just you can't have low unemployment with a Democratic president. That doesn't add up, does it? Well, take a look at history, and it can happen, and it's happening. And what can I say? By the way, one more thing I'll mention. I noticed last night that the outfit that does gambling, the gambling outfit. You know who I'm talking about? Hang on a second. I want to say Rocket Lab, but that's not the name. Hang on. Who is this? Who is the outfit? Hang on. Boy, brain fart. You're already yelling at me. You're saying, Bruce, it's so and so. You can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? The outfit I'm thinking about is here we go. Here DraftKings. The folks at DraftKings yesterday. Thank you. Aspire? No. 23andMe? No. DraftKings. Nice stream. DraftKings. They came up with their earnings last night. And they were coming out with their forecasts for future, like trying to figure out, here's what we've done and here's where we think we're going. Their revenue grew by 53%, 1.1 billion. Their revenue guidance is now estimated to be $4.9 billion. Let me double check something here. 2024 highlights. For 3 months, they reported income of $1.1 billion, an increase of $405 million, or 53% compared to the last year. And it was driven by continued healthy customer engagement. You know what healthy customer engagement means in plain English? Desperate people. We're talking here about a gambling company. We're talking here about a company that up until 10 years ago, these guys would have been arrested for racketeering. They would have been arrested as bookies. They were being arrested 10 years ago, people like this. 10 years ago, the only place you were allowed to gamble was in Las Vegas or through the government, through your lottery foundations. Now, sports gambling is allowed everywhere, and governments are taking their piece of the pie. Thank you very much. And who are the gamblers? The desperados. Do very wealthy people gamble gazillions of dollars out of necessity? No. Very wealthy people gamble because they got the money to play. They're bored as hell, and they're playing for just throw 10 grand at this game, throw 5 grand at this game. They can afford to lose 5 grand. They could smoke $100 bills. It won't matter. The desperados I'm talking about are someone making $80,000 a year or less. Get the paycheck every 2 weeks, and 90% of that paycheck is pre-allocated. Then there's only 10% left. Might be $300, $200. That's all you got lying around for the next 2 weeks. And Sunday afternoon, your football game comes on, or your basketball comes on, or your hockey playoffs are on right now. Baseball. Where can't you gamble? Oh my God. What can you gamble on? Everything. There are firms out there who say, you gamble $5 with us for the first time ever, we'll give you $200 gambling dollars as a gift. You want to talk about creating addicts? These guys are pros. You thought the cigarette companies were good at creating addicts, getting people to smoke and keep smoking? These guys in the gambling business have figured it out. They have decades of experience to draw on to suck in the young, which is what they're doing, 18 and over. There are kids who can't wait to turn 18. Why? So they can smoke cigarettes? No. Drink alcohol in their state? No. Gamble on the internet. That's why they can't wait to be 18 to gamble, because they're thinking, I'm smarter than those old 40-year-old guys betting over there and 35-year-old women gambling over there. I'm smarter than they are. I'm going to gamble on my favorite baseball team because I know this business. I know my sports. And now you got a whole new generation of gamblers. Every time someone turns 18, 20, 21, whatever your legal age is in your state, they're coming, and these outfits are scoring. 53% increase in revenue, gambling revenue for the quarter. Yeah, you think SoFi's growing? Look at DraftKings. Former SPAC, by the way. No one mentions that anymore. No one mentions that DraftKings was once a SPAC. They're now a successful gambling company. That's what they are. Unbelievable. The desperados out there gambling on the sports. You folks are making money off of desperados gambling on options. And I congratulate each and every one of you for taking their money, because there's way more money in this business than in the sports gambling business. Believe it or not, there's more money available here than in the sports gambling business. And for you folks who are the casino, you can't be the casino in the sports gambling business. DraftKings is the casino. You're not the casino. You're not invited to be the casino in the gambling business. But here on the options business, yes, options writing, you can be the gambler. You can be the casino for the gamblers. Let them gamble on your contracts. Well done, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are. It is humbling to see how many of you have come around to see us, to be with us. I'm just beyond thrilled that you're here. Thank you so very much for becoming subscribers to the channel, becoming members of the channel, grabbing the classes. Thank you all, and congratulations for those of you who are learning how options are done, how you write them, how you buy them back, why they go up, why they go down. You've learned all about poor man covered call writing. You've learned about cash secured puts. You're learning about spreads, and on and on and on it goes. you're just getting smarter and better. The rollovers, you're figuring out rollovers. You're figuring out when options work against you, how to do rollovers to protect your positions and to ultimately win even more. Well done, everybody. It's been a long road for some of you. It's been an interesting road for some of you. Some of you started off rather nicely, then you ran into some issues, and then you corrected the ship again, and now you're just thriving. You figured out how to you've learned how to stay in your lane, and you've learned how to consistently just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and drive revenues into your bank account, courtesy of the desperate gamblers out there who are just insane when it comes to what they're up to. Apple, by the way, up 12.47. Thank you, Apple. Nvidia is up $20 a share, 2073 to 878.90. Thank you, Nvidia. I have a lot of viewers who are thanking Nvidia today with their credit spreads. Sofi, 7.12 a share, up 13 cents on 2.2 million. Thank you very much. And thank you again, all of you who are here with us today. It is much, much appreciated. Susan Shops is thumbs up number 106. Thank you so much. Cheers to you, Susan. I see you have a coffee cup there. Me too. Let's enjoy some coffee before the markets open up in about 7-8 minutes from now. Let's see what's going on. Here's a headline right here. Betting on the Kentucky Derby? Here's how to think like a professional handicapper. How about that? Gambling software company Games Global valued at about $2 billion in an IPO. Gambling software company. Does that say it all? Does that say it? A gambling software company is going to go public, and guess what you'll be able to write on that? Options soon down the road. You might be an option writer on this company's stock. We're talking about gamblers with gamblers with gamblers, and you guys are the ones who are going to get rich. The smart money is here. The dumb money is out there. Dumb money, you want to talk about the movie Dumb Money. They talked about GameStop investors being dumb money. And now you look at these IPOs that are coming out on gambling software companies. You want to talk about dumb money? There it is right there. That's in black and white. It's in your face. Unbelievable. By the way, GameStop is $12.50 right now, back down 26 cents. What's going to happen with GameStop? We'll find out here. Is there really something going on? Is some insider trying to buy up stock, get more? Are there others coming in trying to become insiders who are looking to gobble up this stock? I'll let you know. When I know, you'll know. But we definitely have something cooking here from 10 to 12.70 a share in like 3 days. 20-something% move in GameStop. Well, something's going on. It's not expected earnings. They're out. They were done already. So what is it now? Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Fed fund futures now point to an interest rate cut possibility in September. How about that? You believe that? That's what the gamblers are saying. Again, gamblers. Gamblers are gambling that there might be an interest rate cut in September. Let the gamblers gamble. You folks just take the money. Thank you so much. Take the money. Welcome, Savage of Wall Street. Hey, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Look at how cute Sofi is this morning. Come on, little buddy. Did Liz Young speak somewhere? Earl Harwell, Bruce, good morning. I am 111 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you so very much. Alberto Savage, go ahead. Say it. Call it. Bobby Atkinson, Uncle Bruce, 45s for May 17 on DraftKings. Should this be a rolling day? Don't know, my friend, but I know you know what you're doing now. You know what to do. SEC has been approached about starting option trading on Bitcoin. Gamblers on gamblers on gamblers. Oh, my God. Alberto, 6 minutes for the bells. 6:25 here. Yes, 9:25 in New York. Welcome all to the program, and thank you all for being here with me today. It's great to have you. We're up 450 points on the Dow, it looks like at the moment. We've got S&P up 53, NASDAQ up 279, 1.5% gain on the NASDAQ, 1% on S&P, and 1.2% on the Dow. A very healthy start to the day. Thank you, Apple, Nvidia, and others. We are definitely getting a move. Taking a look at the pre-market quotes on some of our favorites right now. Rocket Lab up 6 cents, Sofi up a dime. GameStop still at $12.55, down about 20 cents. Matterport up 3 cents, maybe, yeah. 23andMe, no changes here. Spire up 7, ATIP, nothing going on. Smart Rent up a penny. Apple up 11.93. Goldman up 2.43. Cisco up 17. Tesla up 2.04. Arc Innovations up 1.20. Microsoft up 4.90. Pfizer up 22. HBQ up 20. Alphabet up 1.35. Amazon up 2.66. Nvidia 1966 higher at $877.83. We're going for 900 again. Unity up 73 cents. AI up 77. Adobe is now at 534. Oh, by the way, that AI is almost at $24 a share. We got Netflix up 282. We got IBM up 21 cents. Meta up 363 despite a downgrade today. It's going higher. Vanix Semiconductors up $4. Home Depot up 360. Enphase up 441, Palantir up 91 to 2346, Uber up $1.23, 69.80 going for $70. Coinbase up 315. There it is. Watching a whole bunch of green going across the screen right now. We're going to see just what everyone has in mind here as we open up this market for another trading day. Friday, option expiry day, May the 3rd, 2024. Welcome all to the show, the rant, the channel, and I hope that your hopes, wishes, dreams, and aspirations all come through, because you're just going to get richer and richer and richer. That would be terrific as far as I am concerned. Nice. Let's see. Headline from an investment strategist: this is the jobs report the Fed would have scripted. There you go. Fed funds reporting, estimating rate cuts in September. Checking out the interest rates right now for the 10-year, we're down to 4.48%. We were at 4.8% about a week or so ago, so we've come off nicely here. The UK rate is 4.2%, so it's down as well. The currency rates, the euro is rising, trying to get back to 108. Just touched it briefly about half an hour ago. Was sitting around 107.2, so it's up. The yen is down to 152, having touched almost 160 last week. The pound in the UK is now 125.87. Got up to 126 odd, and now it's backing off again, but it was at 125-ish just yesterday or so. So we're up almost a penny there. What are the markets doing elsewhere? Asia, they were mixed last night. In Europe right now, they are solidly higher, it looks like. We're up about 2/3 of a point to 0.8% higher between the UK, Germany, and in France. That is what the story is. We're a minute away from opening. We're up 461 on the Dow, 464 now, 53, almost 54 points on S&P, and 287 on NASDAQ, climbing going into the opening, with crude oil down 7 cents a barrel to 78.88. We have lost $6 a barrel on crude in the last 10 or so days after a nice run up to almost 85. So there you go, kids. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Let's see how it works out. Thank you all for joining us. Larry has done what Larry does so well every day. He has rung the bells to start this day. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, Larry. As always, thank you all for joining us today. And welcome to the party, pals. We're about to get started. What has this market got in store for us? Well, we're about to find out. We'll see what this thing wants to do. Load up my devices here and fill you in on what I see. I am showing a 500-point pop on the Dow to start the day. Okay, everybody? Kind of cool. We're up a dime on Matterport. ME up 0.3 of a penny. Nvidia 874 up 16.50. Sofi 716 up 17 cents. GameStop just off 14 cents, 12.62. Rocket Lab at 405.5 up a dime. 405 on Rocket Lab. Are you hearing me? 405 on Rocket Lab. This is the first time over $4 in a while. It's kind of nice to see for This is the highest, 3 months? April 4, it was 402. Nice to see it at 404. The next level, we got a break, 489, February 16. That's what we need to see. So come on, Rocket Lab. You have a lot more to give us. We're up 13 cents a share right now on Rocket Lab this morning. All right. Getting ready for back-to-back launches for their business here. They're busy, man. These guys are busy. All right. Quickly looking at SoFi, 717 up 18 cents this morning on a volume of 4 million. So that's higher than yesterday. In the first minute or two yesterday, we're at 1.5, 2 million shares. We're at 4 million right now on SoFi. So we're popping up a bit here. High so far, 719. It's at 715 a share approximately right now. A GameStop opening volume, 381,000. That is more than double yesterday's opening volume. We're at 1250, low of 1234. We're at 1250. And still no news out on GameStop. Why the volume? Dow's up 565. GameStop is down. I'm not sure if it's down just 8 cents. It might be popping here. I'm not sure on GameStop. One device says 1250. Another one says 1269. I don't know which ones are. Here we are. 1269 is the right price. We're down 8 cents, 7 cents. We're coming on GameStop. It's coming up. 407,000 now. Buying seems to be coming in on GameStop. Nvidia, 875 now, almost 876. Yep, 878 now, up $19.79. The Dow up 493, S&P up 56, NASDAQ up 293. Thank you, everybody. I have a feeling that some of my viewers are richer this morning, just because. And I say, welcome to the party, everybody. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Alberto saying, thank you, Larry. Let's go, baby. Richard Carlin, neat. That's right. The Knights of Knee must be honored. No question. Juan, thank you, Larry. Flint Creek. Anyone else have odd anomalies on SoFi platform? JJ, once Rocket Lab is above the 200-day moving average, it will draw a lot of attention from investors, says JJ. Dude. AI is looking good, Bruce. Alberto, volume low, folks. SoFi needs 30 million shares. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. We are at 715 on SoFi. Volume now, 4.7 million shares. We've got GameStop at 1255 again, back down to where we were. Rocket Lab, 402. We've got AI up 98 cents to 24.13. Super Micro up $14 to $777. Spire's up 40 cents to 10.64. The Adobe's up 550. Uber's up 76. Apple holding a 1240 gain at 185.46. Tesla's up $2 to 182. Enphase is up 786. Netflix up 296. AMD up 163. Unity up 83 cents to 24.99. Look at that. Google up 41 cents. Moderna down 167, Cisco's up 33, Pfizer up 8 more cents, Microsoft up 550 to 403.34, BRAC over 400 on Microsoft. The Trump stock down 240 a share, but still at 46.20. IBM up 57 cents, HBQ up 28. Owens Corning up 363, Amazon up 123, Home Depot up 745. We got Vanik Semiconductors up 370. Goldman Sachs is up 580. Boeing up 74 cents. Meta, the Facebook shares, 465 higher at 446. I've been calling 460 as where we're going. I think we're going to recover back to that level. It's slowly coming on. Now up $6 a share on Meta, 447.75. Definitely improving. Target up $1.08. JP Morgan down $2, now down only 186. Costco up 115. Walmart down 25 cents. Disney up 62. American Airlines up 12 to 13.98. AMC up 13 cents to 3.26. DraftKings up $1.10, 44.13. Royal Caribbean up 136. Welcome to the party, everybody. It's nice to have you here. We're seeing a lot of green here, wondering just where we're gonna go. We got the Big E going, nee. That's right, the Knights of Knee must be honored. White Feather stink bids just filled on Nvidia put spreads. Nicely done, White Feather. More dollars coming into you. Alex, stink bid in for 10 cents on those AI credit spreads. I wrote them for 151. Boom, baby. There you go, Alex. There you have it. Did you write 100 of them? That's the game that people usually play. They'll go, well, I bought them back for a dime. I sold them at 150, made $1.40. It's $140 for every spread I wrote. Now, if I could have written 100 of them, I'd have made 14 grand. If I written 10 of them, I would have made $1,400. If I written 30 of them, I would have made $4,200. Well, it's the it of whatever could have should. But this shows you money can be made at any level, and you can start with one position, 2, 3, 5, 10, and build from there. Stink bids are the name of the game. They save lives. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations. 462 on Matterport, up 11. ME about the same at around 50 cents a share. Nvidia 876.56, up 18.39. Sofi 712, up 13 cents. GameStop 12.50 on a volume of 586,000 shares. I wonder if in the first 20 minutes will SoFi's sell volume dry out and then we go up another $2 a share? Is there a buyer buying up all this stock? Give it to me. I'll take it off you. If you want out, I'll take you out. Bring me your paper. I'm buying it up. I'm wondering, is this going up? Why isn't this down $1.50 right now? It was up 170 yesterday. Why isn't it down 150? It isn't. It's not falling off. Got down to 1234. It's now 1252. Interesting on GameStop. Rocket Lab 405 up a dime at the moment. Giddy up, everybody. AI up $1, 24.15. Thank you very much. 24.40 was the high. 662,000 right now. Very interesting there. Watching. Okay. Fun times, everybody, at the OK Corral. Welcome to the party, everybody. Thank you for being here, coming through to see us, and being part of this channel, this group of regulars. I cannot thank you enough for being here at all. Thank you very much. Just double checking here on our program. Here we go. There we are. And that is now popping up. We have 138 thumbs ups, last report. Thank you, everyone, for that. It's appreciated. And if you're able to hit that thumbs up button, please nail it as soon as you can. We have 331 people here, which means almost 200 are slackers who have not hit the thumbs up button. It's unforgivable. It's just absolutely terrible. But, sometimes you just don't make people enough money, I guess. I don't know. We try. Thank you all for helping out. Appreciate you. Up 11 now on Rocket Lab, up 13 on SoFi, down 27 on GameStop, up 9 on Matterport. We got Spire up 40, ATIP up 20, Smart Rent up a nickel. Apple up now 11.80 and 184.83. Goldman is up $8. Cisco up 56. Tesla up 260 now. ARC up 138. Microsoft up 6 big ones, 403.85. Pfizer just up a penny. HPQ up 30. Google down 32 cents. Amazon up 82. Nvidia up 14.77. Unity 71-cent gain. AI 107 higher. We've got Adobe at 508 gain right now. 508 gain. The Spiders are up 511. The Netflix 295 higher. The Qs are up 687. IBM is now up $1.18. Meta up 286 at 444.54. Vanik is ahead by 370. Home Depot up 926. Enphase up $10. Enphase Energy 1070 gain to 116.80. Palantir up 66 cents. Uber up 89, and Coinbase up 15 cents at the moment. Welcome all to the party. Thank you for joining us today, and I sure hope you're getting richer. Beautiful stuff. 875 on Nvidia. The high of the day, 880. The low, 870. Very interesting range there. SoFi, the low of looks like 708 for the low, and the high of 719, and we're 713 right now on SoFi. And thank you all for your participation in the show. Okay. Just double checking a few things over here. Giddy up. All right. Option expiry day today, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Alex, I'm a little fish swimming with some of the whales in this chat, but I did manage to write 6 of these babies. Yeah, baby. 6 times $140, $820. Not bad. That adds to the mix. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever with that. You start with 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 calls, positions, 20 positions. It grows. It's all good. Love it, man. Well done. Stink bid in to score on this baby. Nicely done. Okay. AI going the right direction for you. No question, up 102, 24.17. Time will also bring it for you. So well done. 512 gain on the Dow again. 59, almost 60 points gain on S&P. NASDAQ up 291. Very nice session here. We will take the gains and say thank you, sir. May I have another? We're up to 718 on that Sofi. Sofi pushing the high of the day around right now. 6.7 million volume. We're trying to get through 720 a share on Sofi. Funny how it works. After the earnings, it drops and then it comes back up again. Funny. And yet the analysts give it a $12 target price and they don't call it a buy. I don't know what it takes. Does it have to have a $20 target price and then you call it a buy because it's $7.16? Like, when do you put a buy rating on a stock when you call it a $12 target price? I can't put this together. You guys don't make any sense, you guys. You're obviously playing in a math game that the rest of us apparently are not invited to understand. I don't know. Untamed Viking Alex, buy, and write more. That's how I jumped from 7 to 21 GameStop in a day. Well done, sir. Keep up the good work, everybody. 404 on Rocket Lab, up 9.5 now. GameStop just down 13, 1263, as GameStop is now inching back up again. The high-low on GameStop, the low of the day, 1234, the high of the day, 1276. We're 1265, 11 cents away from the high of the day, which is break even on the trading side. 250,000. What's the average volume now? 800,000 on GameStop, much higher than normal. We just saw it pop here to 1267. We're moving up. We have moved up here in about 5 minutes from about 1247 to 1267. A smart move coming on right now, happening right now. All right, 1267, 1269 on GameStop. It's moving up 1270. There you go. So we're getting some buying now on the stock, and it's moving the price up again. Again, if I were an acquirer of the stock, I would do nothing at the beginning of the day and let it come down and see how much comes in. And then I would gobble up all the cheap paper that showed up. And then unless others outbid me, I would just keep buying this stuff as cheap as I could. And then if I had to run it, it's now 1278. I'll move up and keep going. And that's what's happening now. We're green on your GameStop. We're green now. All right. It's called Common Core Math, Uncle Bruce. That's what they call it now. Common Core Math. Real, Uncle Bruce, do you follow Palantir at all? If so, do you have an opinion ahead of earnings money? I do not follow the company at all. No. I watch it. I quote it to you from time to time, but I am not deep into this thing. There are billions of shares outstanding. It is a huge number of shares out there. And so that kind of holds me back from being all excited about it. But hey, I wish them nothing but the best. And if you guys are making money on Palantir, I am thrilled. You're utilizing the lessons learned from yours truly to make money on this. I'm happy. I'm really happy. Keep it going. BZ wrote $6 SoFi Jan 2026. Sevens for $260. Wrote 6 SoFi January 27th. Sevens for $260, taking $960 on this baby. You can use that money to buy more stock and write more contracts. I don't know. You have enough? You brought in $1,200, $1,500. You can buy 200 more shares and write 2 more contracts right now. Thank you very much. Take that all day long. Why not? Dare them to take you out. Interesting. Are any of you been lucky enough and capable enough, and have you pulled off any of those January 5s that I talked about? Have any of you written January $5 contracts on your SoFis to dare them, where you doubled your position in stock because you buy, you write, you buy, you write, you buy, you write. If you get taken out, you're going from $7 to $10. You're going from 70,000 to 100, 7,000 to 10,000. It all depends on how many we're talking about. Let me know. Alberto BZ, stop it. This is almost bingo status here. Cut that out. Well done, BZ. You keep it going, man. 530-point gain on the Dow Jones right now. GameStop, have you noticed? 1292. GameStop, 1294 a share right now on your GameStop. 1294. 1 million shares have gone through in 17 minutes. Something's going on. I don't know what. I'm speculating, but something's going on GameStop. Congratulations, GameStop players. If you've got a bunch of deep in the money calls, sit tight and enjoy the ride. If you're writing against them, don't worry about it. 1301 right now in the stock. You can always do rollovers. You can always roll up your strikes and roll out in time. 3 months further out, 6 months further out. Raise your strikes a buck or two. Go with the flow. 1302, thank you. 1309, thank you, GameStop gamblers. 1309 a share has been the high of the day so far. Thank you very, very much. We like this game. We love this game. There's a good game going on here. Don't mind 1309 a share on GameStop. 1 iota. Go higher is all I say. 719 on your SoFi, up 20 cents on SoFi. 720 now, 21-cent gain. High of the day, 8.8 million. So SoFi is running. GameStop is running. Nvidia is running. Matterport up a dime. Rocket Lab up a dime now. AI up $1.36. Super Micro up 27.80. We've got Adobe up $5.50. We've got Uber up $1. We've got Apple up 11.20. Tesla up 4.20. Enphase up $10. Netflix up 6.40. AMD up 2.31. Anybody complaining? Unity up 92 cents. Google almost coming back, almost even here, down only a penny now. Cisco up 52, Pfizer up 2, Microsoft up 780. No complaints with my put credit spread writers here. None whatsoever. IBM up 142, HPQ up 48. Amazon up $2. Home Depot up 975. We got Goldman up 830. We've got Meta up 645. It's now 448. Looking better. Looking better. Giddy up, kids. Costco's up $6 today. Nice. Very, very nice. Well done, everybody. Keep the good work going. Taking in some dough. Late start. Good morning from Parker Ivy. I bought back SoFi cash secured puts expiring today, 3 cents. Sold them for 33 on the 10th of April. Those are the $7 strikes. They're out of the money now. Stocks at 722. All the sevens are out of the money as SoFi goes higher. That's what you want. 1303 on the GameStop. The volume now is 1.4 million shares. The high of the day, 1315, and this thing can go higher yet from what I see here. But again, do you know of anything going on? Does anyone know anything about GameStop? Is there any news announcement, any info? You let me know. I've seen nothing. I got Jack Squat here. I'm in the dock here, as Al Pacino's character would say in Scent of a Woman. I'm in the dock here. I don't know. I don't have a filing. I got nothing. So I don't know. It's 13 odd bucks here. What can I say? I can see the possibility. I can see the possibility of a $20 a share takeout. I can see the possibility of a $30 a share takeout. I can see the possibility of a $40 takeout. Turn it into a private company and chop it up. I can see this. I don't know if anyone wants to do it, but I can see this. I don't know. A savage of Wall Street, those July $10 cash secured puts I sold a few weeks ago when GameStop touched the nines are looking very nice right now. Going to place some stink bids in for 51 cents to get 66% on my wee bit of an investment. Giddy up there, Savage of Wall Street. 1301 last I saw. I do see trades 1290, 1301, 1310. It's all over the place. It looks like it wants to go higher. Anyway, 722 on Sofi now. It is higher, 24 cents higher, pushing 3.5% gain today on your Sofi. Look at Nvidia up 26 bucks, 884. I have a suspicion many of these puts that many of you have created, these put credit spreads, they're looking real good right now. Very well done, everybody. Matterport is up 9 cents. The Dow up 489. Giddy up, kids. Oh, fun, fun, fun. What is going to happen today on option expiry Friday? Oh, my God. We got a lot of dollars coming into this market to turn over today. We got $5 trillion in stock options turning over here. And there's money being taken off the table by my viewers all over the place. Well done, people. You're being paid for your perseverance and your knowledge. You're getting paid. It's the bottom line. You've studied how this works. Nice going, everyone. Keep up the good work here. 24.23 on AI at 108. Very, very good. Watching a lot of different things going on here simultaneously. Tesla at 183 when it was in the 140s, 2.5 weeks ago. Nice. Good stuff, kids. Money being handed out all over the place. 740 gain on Microsoft, 405. This is pretty nice. We were just in the last week, we got a dip as low as 389. Now we're at 405 on Microsoft. A nice recovery. This is the highest in a week. Not in the last month, though. In the last month, it did hit its 52-week high of 430. So Microsoft, I think, will outdo its all-time high of 430 eventually. So it's on its way back to that level. But, you know, it will do it in waves, not in one straight shot. Giddy up. 524 gain on the Dow again. 68 on S&P. NASDAQ up 330. 2% gain. 2.1% gain on NASDAQ. Really good. 1.35 gain on S&P. 1.4 on Dow. Very nice day all around. Oil down 3 cents. 78.92. All right. Let's go. Splair. Thank you, everybody. According to the CNBC, for the 26th of April, GameStop call volume above normal, directionally bullish. Deep value options. I think GameStop is just too oversold, and you could be right. I think there's more than that. I think there's a lot more than that. Back to 13.12, by the way. We're approaching the high of the day again of 13.15. We're approaching that on 1.56 million. I think we have eager buyers, and I think we have short sellers who are caught with their pants down. I really believe short sellers thought it would go to $5, and they were still pounding the table at 10.50 and 10.25, hitting it. Now they're getting crushed at 13.19 right now. The high of the day, 13.19, just went through here on GameStop. So yeah, they're getting hit millions of dollars every penny. 60 odd million shorted. 20% of the company. Yeah, no kidding. $13+ in a hurry. Yeah, that stings. Some margin calls might be going up. Forced buy-ins might be happening here. Just guessing. I'm just saying that it's a fact. The shorters are losing money today again. 13.24 right now. 13. We're not going up a penny at a time here. We're going up nickels. There's gaps showing up on this stock. You'll see it move up a little bit and then jump 3-4 cents, and then come a little, and then jump 3-4 again, and 4 more. It's really, there's some selling here of there's some buying here that's like in a hurry. 13.33 now. Like there's buyers in a hurry to get it. They're not asking for directions. They're just buying what they see. 13.36, 13.39. Hello, everybody. Are you watching the GameStop shares? 13.39 a share. I just updated the high of the day at 13.15 like a minute or two ago. Now we're at 13.33 on the market, kids. rolling up 57 cents. Volume now on GameStop. Let me refresh it if I can. First of all, Sofi is 12 million shares, by the way. Sofi up 24 cents. GameStop volume now 1.8 million. That's all. 1.8 million. We're 57 cents. There's no selling. There's no selling on GameStop. Wait, where's the 5 million shares? Where's 10 million? Why aren't there 10 million available? There's 300 million in existence. There's nothing for sale on GameStop in the 1330 neighborhood all of a sudden. Just surprise. Interesting. It will fluctuate 10, 20, 30 cents now. It will do this. It's getting more volatile, of course. If it moves fast, it'll go down fast, but it could go a lot higher than this. There's nothing for sale here. What's going on? Oh, this is kind of fun. Let's see here. Splayer, I have the feeling that we have here a good coincidence. Sony is going for a deal with Apollo to buy Paramount for $26 billion. Stock rises suddenly together with GameStop. Marcus, S3 Partners indicated a couple of days ago that the probability of a short squeeze on GameStop was 100%. Splayer, and they have rights to dumb money, says Splayer. Splayer, by the way, I mean Sony with the license for DM. Deep value options. MELI, MELI is up 161 on earnings beat. Okay, not sure what that means. A savage of Wall Street. People can't even eat at McDonald's. Studies are showing Starbucks is taking hit because those customers can't afford $5 cups of coffee anymore. Jobs are weaker than expected. Naturally, the market goes up. Brian, GS all-time highs. Goldman Sachs. Alex, sell wall at 723 on Sofi. We're 721 right now. Brian, yay, GameStop. My $13 cash secured puts for May 17 are looking very good. 1326, 1323. We are jumping everywhere. High of 1339, volume of 1.95 million. This is going higher. Sofi at 720 now. High of the day, 724. We're right at that level. 12.3 million volume, we're going higher on SoFi. If we break 724, remember 724 is the price that was set for the cap call transaction deal a month plus ago for $845 million. That deal is predicated on a 724 base price with a 945 conversion, forced at 1129 with a max of 1454. Those are the key metric numbers on SoFi. We're at 720, 721 right now. We're about to go through. Not saying this is the day it's going to do all of this, but it's looking good right now. It's looking very good right now. Thank you very much. Interesting. 1324 on GameStop, 402 on Rocket Lab, Nvidia up $30, $888. And 56 cents. Congratulations, those of you who are taking money off the table from Nvidia. You're putting on new positions on Nvidia. You can look at 750, 740, 730, 720, anywhere from 7 to 750. 750 to 700, 750 a share. Put credit spreads anywhere in there. Load up and make them for May 17, May 24, May 31. Check the option chain, look for your best deal, and lock in your next one. Just take your time, no rush. It's all good. Very nice. GameStop, 1325, up 49 cents. A Splayer, I stick to Starbucks coffee beans and drink it for less than 15 euros. 2 times a day, 60 days at least. That's $1. It's 120 coffees at Starbucks, which I don't have to buy. So 120 coffees for 15 euros. That's like, okay. That's like, what is that in American money? That's like $16 US for 120 cups. Yeah, that's good value, I'd say. Very good value. Brian, 167. Good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up, Brian. Why is the market so green? Jobs report being lower than expected. Good for the market. Swear there are BTW bottles that keep your drinks hot while you start your day outside. Thank you, sir. Alex, Brian, the market is irrational as ever. Lower job numbers means slowing economy. Slowing economy means lower interest rates sooner than expected. Lower interest rates. Market is dying to hear this. Just dying to hear this. Trillions on the sidelines, desperate to get into this market. They need an excuse. This morning, they were given one, and that's why we're up. Giddy up now. Nvidia 884 up $26. SoFi 714 up 15 cents. It's GameStop 1318 up 42. Rocket Lab $4 up 5.5. Ms. K Mo 504. Yes, bad jobs report increases chance of rate cuts. See? There, right there. When she says it, it's automatically correct. It's automatically gospel. There you go. Thank you, Ms. K. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, you know that I love SoFi, but this climb this morning seems like its usual pattern of running up. If I'm correct, it'll close today around 7. Time will tell. Well, if you think that way, now is the perfect time to write an option on it. If you're going to write a $5 call option for Jan 2026, you're going to get a little premium on that sucker, aren't you? And that might allow you to buy even more stock this afternoon than you would have thought. I would wonder. Just a guy asking a question. That's all. It's nothing personal. I'm just curious. I see the $5 contracts as of 10 minutes ago, 355 to 360. The 7s, 262 to 273. The 10s for Jan 16, 2026, they're 180 to 186. So they're all a little higher today because the shares are a little higher today. Thank you very much. If you're looking for some short-term income, well, what could you do? You could write May 31 call options on SoFi. You could write 750s for 27 cents. 8s would get you 14, 15 cents. 7s will get you 50 cents, but that's about a 26, 36 cent gain from here on premium. 650s will get you not quite 90. That's 740. 6s will, if you're lucky to get 125 for them, that's only 725. Not worth your while, probably that close in. Just saying. Just wondering. Curious. July calls. If you want to write SoFi Julys, you can write $8 for 44 cents. 9s will get you 22 cents. 10s will get you 13 cents. These expire July 19. You want to write 7s and dare them to take you out, you'll get 82 cents for those contracts right now. That would be, $7.80 for a 712 contract, 712 stock. Just saying. That's what I'm looking at. Now, you want to write cash secured puts on SoFi? Well, you could write 7s right now where you're forced to buy the stock at $7. They'll pay you 55 cents a share to do it. So you're paying $6.45 for 7s. You can write 8s and get paid $1.20, maybe $1.25. 9s would get you definitely about $2 something, and 10s will get you close to $3. But there's no premium in those. So maybe 8s, maybe 7s for July 19 expiry. That's worth something to consider. Just saying. I'm just saying. Jan 2025, you want to write $7 puts, you'll get 122 for them. 8s, you'll get about 195. And if you go all the way out to January 26, you can get $2 for 7s still, and you can get 4 to 410 for 10s. Not bad at all. Back to where was I here? June contracts. Where are those? I'm curious about the June contracts. June 9s, cash secured puts, 161 to 205, falling as the stock is rising. Very interesting. Those 9s are only worth $1.90 book value, and the bid is 160. I mean, there's a buyer not even willing to pay book value for the 9s. Those 9s are going to back off. Very interesting on how this is going. Stock is up to 709, 710 ballpark, 1320 again, 1326 on GameStop, 1326 on GameStop as we are climbing again a little bit more. The waves are coming through here on all of these different stocks. We're up 428 on the Dow now, 51 on S&P, 276 on NASDAQ. Thank you all for joining this party. I'm glad to have you with me today. $24 gain on Nvidia, 882. Thank you very much. SoFi 710, 1326, 1331 on GameStop. We're down only 8 cents from the high today. 1332. Here we go again. Climbing yet again. GameStop volume now 2.65 million. SoFi at 710 a share. 14.8 million, and we're only 35 minutes into the session. We got volume here today on some of these guys, which is also kind of nice to see. Giddy up, everybody. Time to take in some dinero. Well done, all. All right. Where am I here? Splair, GameStop is keeping the 13 area until now. I'm impressed. Alex, but slower economy also means slower economy. Think, McFly, think. Yeah, I've met Brian. I feel like my $13 cash secured puts should be up a lot more. Sold for 247. They're a 203, 226. Does this seem accurate? Well, just give it time to catch up. And also, if you start running $13.50 to $14, watch them take a shot lower. Just take your time, Brian. It's okay. Deep value, Yahoo Finance's GameStop PE ratio at 656. Brian, expiry Main 17, by the way, Bruce. And your 13s are worthless. They have no value whatsoever for those. So yeah, I mean, just sit tight and let depreciation win. Spicy. Should I sell 50 GameStop calls? 295. Expiry date May 31 on a stink bid. Okay, now if you're a seller, it's a stink offer. Okay, you got to get this right. If you're a buyer, it's a stink bid. If you're a seller, it's a stink offer. And I don't know which ones you've got. You're telling me you have 50 calls. What strike are you talking? Are you a writer? Are you closing a buy? What's going on? I don't know what you're doing. Charlie, I have 230 $5 puts written per your advice. No, you didn't do that. You didn't write puts. You didn't write puts. Well, of course, again, are you talking Rocket Lab? What are we talking about, Charlie? Charlie, you're leaving me hanging here. Brian, Spicy, what strike? And yes, on this pop, write some covered calls. Spicy, they're 15s. Sorry, Spicy. I did 15s. Should I sell 15s for $295? That's what you're asking me. You're telling me that you can get $295 for 15s. Let me take a look here. Where are we at? $13.35 now. Again, $13.40. We just hit new highs on your GameStop. You're going to get more than that, perhaps. Let's see. Let's see. Let's just. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? May 31st. Let's go one more time. May 31. $15 calls. I'm showing 181 to 236, last to 210. You're asking me, should I sell 50 GameStop calls for $295? You're not going to get $295 with the stock now at. Well, you might. Wait a minute. Maybe you will. Sorry, we're at $13.30. We reached $13.40. You might get these kinds of prices. Pardon me. Who am I to say you're not going to do that? 15s are climbing. So if you can offer them at $295 and you can get $295 for 15s, you're offering your stock at almost $18 a share to May 31. I like that too. I don't mind that trade. I don't mind it. See if it can happen. Now, what else? Deep Value, the Motley Fool interviewed GameStop co-founder Gary Kusin on May 1. I've heard about this. I saw a little bit of it. Johnny, my SoFi $5 puts, they expire 1/26. You written cash secured puts, and they're obviously falling off the face of the earth. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. And I'm a happy camper, of course. Yes, a little frazzled here with what's going on. There's like more than one stock at a time moving here. This is exciting stuff. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Here we are. Jan 26, SoFi, $5 puts, 97 to 101, falling off. Again, they're out of the money. They only have time left, and so they depreciate. In theory, you could roll them into sevens and add $1 to your pocket to January, 26 if you wanted to. Again, just theoretically. Let's take a look at something else here. You could write sevens for Jan 25 and get $1.20 for them, ballpark, and that would be a gain as well. Just thoughts. Bringing it into 8 months instead of 20 months. Ms. KM, the size of some of these sell candles on SoFi are crazy over the past few minutes. Sharon, new member here. Welcome, Sharon, to the show and the party and the gang. It's nice to have you here. Welcome, Sharon, from White Feather Spicy. I'm selling. Sorry, selling. I'm selling. And you're writing. You're right. I understand. I don't know if you're selling because you're long or you're writing because you're creating. Again, you're not giving me enough info, Spicy. You got to help me. You got to give me more than just a couple of words, guys. You've got to help me if you want me to help you. Brian, Uncle Bruce, there is a theory that Wall Street is buying up GameStop stock to increase their voting abilities. There's something on the proxy vote the board recommends against. Wall Street wants someone on the board with Cohen. Tinfoil hat. Charlie, I sold $5 puts. Sorry, I need coffee. Yeah, well, I need vodka if you guys are not telling me what you're telling me. You got to help me here. Thank you. Nvidia up $24 to $882. SoFi 708 up 9. GameStop 1328. The GameStop high of the day now is 1349, and the volume 3.1 million. There is buying going on here on the stock. 1328 right now. Rocket Lab 403 up 8. AI up 59 cents. We have Adobe up 392, Uber up 120, Apple up 1055, Tesla up 236, Enphase up 896, Netflix up 731, AMD up 314, Unity up 40. That's gone green. Google still down 230, Moderna down 250, Cisco up 38, Pfizer down 2 cents, Microsoft up 668 at 404.52. IBM up 115, HBQ up 40, Owens Corning up 320, Amazon up 178, Home Depot up 875, Vanik is up 466, Goldman 523 higher. We got some nice moves here. Meta up 720, 448.88. This is good on Meta. This is a nice breakup here. Good move up. Target up $1. Costco 339. Back to Goldman Sachs for a minute. Where was that? I missed that somewhere. Hang on. I may have. There it is. 438. 52-week high, 442. It touched today, 442.15, all-time high. Very interesting on Goldman. Very interesting. All right, there you go, everybody. Thank you all for joining in. Are you having fun today? This is good times. All righty. Vodka on Friday is the solution, says Charlie. I actually sold some of those puts on SoFi when the stock was closer to $8 before earnings, so I was paid over $4. If I get taken out, then I make close to $9. Well, again, if you just roll up to sevens for January 25, you bring the calendar in a year, you get more money. You're into sevens instead of fives, and so you win anyway. But it's up to you, Charlie, how you want to play this. Totally your call. You can just move into sevens for Jan 26 and bring in $1 a contract, additional cash. Again, up to you how you want to do it. Brian, I have May 17. SoFi cash secured put 750 strike. I sold for 66 cents. Come to Papa, please. There you go. Come to Papa. May 17's giddy up. May 17th. All right. There we go. May 17th, 750 cash secured puts. There we are. They're 45 cents each. And at 706, they are worth very little money. Brett, well done. And let's see if the stock goes higher. Stock goes to 730.40 today. Those things are almost worthless. Expiring in 3 weeks. Giddy up. All right. U.S. economy service sector weakened last month. ISM gauge shows that is positive for the market. The market overall will view that positively as an opportunity for interest rates not to be pushed higher. Just saying. Dennis McElroy, how you doing, buddy? First post gold bagel trade, seeing how things work. Welcome, Dennis. I had 335 shares of SoFi in one of my accounts. I wrote 550 Jan 25 calls for 245. Then I bought 100 more shares, sold one more contract at 5 for Jan 25 for 266. Thank you very much. So now you got 300 shares at with a 550 Is it a $5 takeout? So if you get taken out, you'll get hit. You get paid $1,500 for the 300 shares, where you had 200 sitting there, and actually 335 originally. Okay, so wrote 2 plus 1 more. So there you can you not write another one? I'm a little confused here. You had 335 shares, so you could have written 3, but you wrote 2, and bought 100 shares more. So now you got 445. Sold another contract. That's 3 written. Can't you write one more? Am I missing something? You keep me posted. Sharon, I sold Sofi Jan 2026 7 puts for $2. Do I now just do nothing? Um, did you get enough money to buy more shares? Did you write enough of those to buy more stock and write more contracts? That's what I'd be recommending you do. Splayer of 135. Splayer, I'm assuming you're my 135th thumbs up, but sometimes my assumptions are a little offbeat. But I thank you if you have 174 thumbs ups are in here, and there you go. I don't know. Did you say 135 as a 1350 trading price on GameStop? Is that what you're telling? Without the symbol and without putting in 1350, you're leaving me in the guessing game. But it is up 1347 right now. The high of the session on your GameStop just touched 1354. 3.5 million, we're up 71 cents, climbing on GameStop again. And Splinter's going, that's the GameStop price. That's the GameStop. Charlie, I am great with rolling. I will definitely try rolling. All right on, Charlie, bringing in more dough. SoFi 705 up 6, GameStop 1350, Rocket Lab 403, Nvidia $880 up $22, Matterport 458.5 up 7.5, Dow's up 412. Giddy up, everybody! Welcome to the party, pals. We've got some stuff going on today. We have volatility all over the place. I think we have GameStop people being shorted in. I think what's happening is we're getting the occasional buy order coming in that's like a market buy order for 20,000 shares, 50,000 shares. I think these are brokers buying in their clients on short calls. I think so. The big boys with millions of shares, they're not going to get caught with that. They have enough dough to figure it out. But the smaller investors who shorted at $10 and they're now down $3.40 a share, they're getting wiped out. They're getting bought in. It's $3.43 again right now. So we go up 20, 30 cents. We back off 10, 15, go up 20, 30, down back. That's what's going on partially with GameStop right now. All right, 13.46 again. We're 8 cents from the high. 13.51, we're 3 cents from the high. Another buy wave is coming on right now on your GameStop shares. That's my guess. You tell me if you know something else. If you think there's something else, you let me know. 13 of 49 is what I'm showing now on GameStop shares, up 73. Okay. Now what's going on? Okay, Dennis wrote 1. Okay, wrote 2. Wrote 1 more. 3 total contracts. 2 at 550 and 1 at 5. Total take 900. Wait, I can write 1 more. I'll be right back. There you go. And you pile up enough cash to buy another 100 shares and write another one. There you go. Okay, Savage of Wall Street went in on Carvana, buying one $100 put expiring June 21. Paid $500, sold within 2 hours for $690. Boom, quick diaper money. Took the family out for sushi last night with that hunt money. Thank you, gamblers. Class number 1, kids, is where you start this journey. Sharon, I already have 15,500, so would rather not buy any more. You're just going to take the premium and okay, I see what you do. Well, the strategy that I've been talking about lately is where you could write January 2026 $5 covered calls, and you would take all that cash you would bring in at $360 a call or whatever you can get on it, higher the better, and use it to buy more stock down here to write even more contracts, to buy more stock, to write more contracts, to buy more stock. You will double your share position for free. The gamblers will give you a doubling of your stock position. Now, again, this is just theoretical. Okay, I'm not saying anything about anyone's account. But if you theoretically have 10,000 shares and you write 100 calls at 360 a call, again, theoretically, you'll bring in $36,000. You can buy 5,000 shares of Sofi for $7 each with 35,000 bucks, 36,000 bucks. You can write 50 contracts, Gen 5s for 2026, which will allow you to buy another 2,500 shares, which means you write another 25 contracts, which means you buy 1,200 shares, which means you write 12 more contracts. You buy 600 shares, you write 6 contracts. You buy 300 shares, you write 3 contracts. You are adding stock to the stock to the stock to the stock to the stock, courtesy of the gamblers. And you could literally almost double your stock count. You can go from 10,000 shares to 20,000 shares doing this. And if you get taken out at $5 a share, you get paid $100,000. You got 20,000 shares at 5 each. You're in the money. If you get taken out, they pay you $100,000. The opening position was 10,000 shares worth $7 each, 70 grand. The closing transaction is 100,000 cash in your account. You're up 30 grand. Now what? You buy the stock back. Doesn't matter where it's trading at. Let's say it's trading at $8. I don't care, $8. So you buy 100 grand worth of stock at $8 a share. How many can you buy? 12,500 shares. How many contracts can you write? 125. Which ones are you going to write? 7s, 6s, 5s? Can you write contracts far enough out at a high enough price that for every 2 contracts you write, you can buy 100 more shares? That's the strategy I'm talking about. So you would take 12,500 shares, turn it into 25,000 shares, double it again, you see? And if you're taken out at $5 or $6, you're being taken out for a big gain here. 25,000 shares at 650 grand. You started with 10,000 shares worth 70,000. Now I've got you at 125,000 bucks. Oh well. That's all I'm saying. It's okay. Not mad at anybody. It's okay. Dennis, I got 435 shares. Lorraine, I'm number 178. No, I'm 179. Deep value. How much would someone need to buy GameStop? I don't know. I'm Charlie Uncle. Sorry, I meant to say I sold 5 covered calls for Jan 26. Sorry for the confusion. Not puts. I need to stay off the internet today. You guys are driving me nuts. Brian, lots of volume. Open interest on GameStop calls for today expiring between $12 and $14. Brian, Dennis, I hope you don't have any fees. You would be eating up your profits there. Savage, boom, sold 5 Rivian, $10 covered calls expiring in June and took in $155 for good measure. Thank you. May I have another? Brian, Uncle Bruce, I have June 21, $12 covered calls written on GameStop. I got 88 cents for them. The bid ask is crazy on them right now, 375 to 4. Think I should roll? I think I should wait and see where GameStop settles first. Thank you. I agree. You've got till June. No rush. Let's just see where it pans out. We're at 1351 right now. That's where we're at. The high of the day, 1360, just a few minutes ago. 3.9 million volumes so far. It's all good. Brian, the only way you're going to roll this, the only way, is you check the option chains and take a look at January 25s, January 2025 contracts. Can you find a January 25 contract that will give you a higher strike price, number one, at more than $4? So can you write a 13, a 14, a 15 and get 4 or more? Then you do a rollover because you're getting $3 more, as much as 3 more on your strike price. Very good. If you can get more money doing 13s or 14s, 15s, I would look at that too. Brian, Rocket Lab earnings on Monday. Are we expecting beats and the stock to go to 8? Sure, why not? Neat. 402 a share. Double rocket launch coming up. There's so much going on with Rocket Lab. The stock has been so ridiculously undervalued for far too long. But you know, $5-6 a share would be kind of nice to get things going here with 402. 1348, 1349 on GameStop. Now 4 million plus volume. High of the day 1360. Thank you very much. Sofi back to $7 a share. 18.2 million. And again, I expect Sofi to go much higher than this. I just can't tell you what minute it'll happen. Nvidia 875 up 1750. Matterport is up 4 cents, 455. The Dow holding a 343 gain. Not bad after an hour or so of the opening. Having a hell of a day here. Some of you folks are taking some serious funds. I love it. Keep up the great work, everybody. RB quote of the day on Apple stock buyback. Financial and engineering at its finest. Bobby rolled GameStop October 13 to January 25-15. Spot back at 420. Rewrote at 450. Well done. That is a smart move. Absolutely going from 13 to 15. That is $2 a share more for 30 cents more. Smart. Dude, managing spreads here looking good. Right, waiting for shrinkage, adjusting on pops for full advantage. Well done. Deep value options. Wedbush maintained a buy rating on America. I don't know what that is. With a price target of 1,800. Company shares closed yesterday at 1,500. I don't know who that is. I don't know what they do. I've got a clue who this is. Whatever. Matterport 453 up 2.5. ME at 50.3 cents down 0.002. Nvidia up 1650. Sofi up to 701 up 2. Sofi volume now at 701 a share is 18.68 million. GameStop 1346 47 4.14 million. Okay, thank you. Rocket Lab is $4. AI up 36. Super Micro up $16. We've got Spire up 40 cents. Adobe up 421. Uber up $1.28. Thank you. Apple up 10.90. Tesla up 74. Enphase up 760. Netflix up 760. AMD up $1.70. SmartRent up 2.5. ATIP up a penny now. Unity up 32 cents. Google down 324. Moderna down 79. Cisco up 45. Pfizer down 7. Microsoft up 786. 405.70. IBM up 79 cents. HPQ up 32. Owens Corning up 280. Amazon up 180. Home Depot up 790. Vanik Semiconductors up 430. Goldman Sachs up 536 to 438 a share. Boeing down 43 cents. Meta's up $7. We're back to 448 on Meta. Target up 124. JP Morgan 189 a share, down 193. Costco up 540. Walmart up 43 cents. Disney up 75. American Airlines up 3. AMC up 3.5. DraftKings down 84 cents. Royal Caribbean down up 231 at 139.69 per share. And there you go. 364 gain on the Dow, 46.5 on S&P, 260-point gain on NASDAQ. Oil down 33 cents a barrel at 78.62. You've probably noticed the price of gas around your neighborhood has gone down $1 a gallon this week because oil has gone down a couple of dollars, right? Right? No, it hasn't. No, it doesn't go like it goes with the barrel price. When the barrel goes up $3 a barrel, your price goes up $1. Why doesn't it go down $1 when oil drops a couple of bucks? I don't understand. Something isn't right. I don't know. Miss K is thinking that this Mercaduli, this is some Latin version of Amazon. Little chaos is in the house. I rolled 31 June $13 to October 15s for 20 cents more. Thank you very much. Smart move on GameStop. Well done. Splair new high on GameStop. Bruce 1363, 1368. Splair, look at that. Yes, sir. 1368 right now, up 90 odd cents a share. 4.3 million. There's nothing for sale. There's nothing here for 1365. It's dried out. The sellers are they're gone. They are out. Those who want it out. There's nobody shorting it here. There's nothing for sale. Shorters are going, oh, no. I'm not shorting here. It's going to go higher. No, I'm afraid of this move. Interesting, isn't it? Uncle Bruce, my GameStop is all over the place. Says that Bobby rolled cart my 1737 to June 738, bought back one. These codes, I don't know what Bobby's trying to tell me. 145 rewrote for 170. I think Bobby is telling me he's making money. I think that's what he's saying, but in a code that doesn't make sense to me. Brian, GameStop 1369. This is crazy. You ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't got any kind of recovery going on. If you look at the chart, take a look at the chart for GameStop for, like, I don't know, say 6 months from now. We're nowhere near where we were. We were 15, 16, 18 bucks for the last year. You know, we've come down from $25 a share, man. This is jack squat. Nothing yet. Nothing. We need much more than this. And it looks like we're going to get more. 1366 up 90. High of the day, 68. 1368 the high of the day. And we're right there right now. Sofi climbing back to 702. Trying to take a run. 19.3 million. Go SoFi, go. That's what I say. Bobby Atkinson. Also, DraftKings May 1745s to June 21 46s, bought back at 166, rewrote at 176, gained $1 on the strike, gained money. Smart. There you go. There it is. This is managing your account. That's what this is. Managing your account. If DraftKings drops $2 a week from now, you're laughing, man. You are going, yeah, hey, I went up and strike and it's off. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's how it's done. 402 again on Rocket Lab, up 6.5 cents. We're up $21 again on Nvidia. We're up $8.79. We've been $8.70 for the low, $8.89 for the high. We're at $8.79 right now, right in the middle. Nice move, $21 gain. Shrinkage happening on put credit spreads for Nvidia creators. Thank you, everybody, and well done. Bobby, yep. Diamond up on a Friday. I think I took another $200 back to arm folding. Exactly. The wins are sometimes small. 200 here, 500 here, 300 here, 1,000 here, 1,500 here. You do this several times a week, many times a month, and it adds up to thousands of dollars in your pocket. Think about a $200-300 win as a nice little payment towards a credit card. Little wins. So if you can knock a credit card down $2,000 every month, $2,000 on a credit card, you are knocking off interest payments like crazy, minimum payments like crazy. Beautiful. In a year, that is 24 G's. You don't own a credit card. Nice. Nicely done. Thank you very much. May I have another 2% a month on your money, kids? So, $2,000 a month is $40 a month in interest savings, $480 a year after tax money. $480 a year. You need to make $700 gross to clear that. You just got a $700 raise for the year. Can you even get that from your employer? Will they even give you that nowadays? Some won't give you any raises. Anyway, there you go. 701 there. GameStop 1364. 1364. Pushing the highs of the day again at 1368, 4.55 million on GameStop, up 88 cents. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Let's go. Absolutely, let's go. ME just went positive at 50.6. Matterport up 4.5. Nvidia up 2054. SoFi up 3 at 702. And $3.99 on Rocket Lab. I hate it under $4. I hate it down there, but it is what it is. And Trump calls job report horrible. Yes, Biden says it reflects an ongoing recovery. Yeah, do you believe Trump? Really? Horrible? Really? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure, Donnie. Thank you, Orange Boy. Continuing on. Are you having fun today, everybody? Anybody having a good time around here? Is anyone making money on your credit spreads, on your rollovers? Are you having some fun doing rollovers today and taking in the extra cash? I think it's a good idea. Today's an excellent day for that kind of thing. Nicely done. 185 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. 15 more. You got me going to 200 thumbs ups. Thank you very, very much. Rocket Lab up 5.7. SoFi now up 2 cents. GameStop up 91 to 1368. We're going higher. We're at the high of the day, 370 right now, the high of the day on your GameStop shares. Thank you, everybody. Matterport is up 4.8 cents. We've got 23andMe up now about 2/10 of a penny at the moment. Spire up 38. ATIP up maybe a penny. SmartRent up about 3 cents. We got Apple up 10.88. Goldman up 5.05. Cisco up 31. Tesla up 25 cents. Arc Innovations up 64. Microsoft up $8.19. 406. Pfizer down 9. HPQ up 33. Google still down 248, Amazon up 220, Nvidia up $20.50, Unity up 34, AI up 52, now 53, Adobe up $5. Spiders are up $4, Qs are up 7, Netflix up 10.40, IBM up 78, Meta up 9.60 to 4.51 on Meta. Very nice. Vanik up 4.88. The gain. Home Depot up $8. Enphase up 7. Palantir up 63 cents to 23.18. Go Palantir. Up 140 on Uber and down 230 on Coinbase. 1374 on GameStop. From what I can tell you right now is the last trade. High today, 1375. 4.7 million. GameStop climbing now almost $1 on the day. It is $1. 1377 has been registered at the moment. 1377 on GameStop, up 101 right here on more volume coming in. 704 on Sofi. It's starting to move up a little bit as well. Thank you, everybody, for being here. The Spicy, it just hit 1370. Bobby, Rocket Lab has no option premium today. Hopefully, a FOMO Monday on Rocket Lab. Spicy, 1375. Neat. Spicy, I don't write. I did not write. I'm waiting. Gotcha. Okay, got it. 1377 last trade. High of the day now, 1378. 4.8 million. And very interesting patterns emerging on GameStop shares today. SoFi climbing now 704 up 6. Okay, Brian, 1378, Bruce, rock and roll, baby. Yep, that's what's going on the GameStop shares. Action here, SoFi improving. Big day on Nvidia. Big day on Apple, and a number of other of the Magnificent Sevens are doing well. Meta having a fantastic day. Something tells me I have viewers who have written credit spreads on Meta who are going, ooh, giddy, goo. I like it. I like this game. That's what they're saying. Giddy up, you guys. You deserve everything good, nothing bad. 1367 on the GameStop here. Man, oh man, what a day. Still continuing that nice run from yesterday and all week. We were $10 a week ago. 1367 now. That's a nice return already, and there's no sign of it letting up. There's volume coming in here. There's buying coming in here on the GameStop shares. Congratulations, all. Fun times. AI 2370. Go AI go. Adobe up $5. Uber up 145 to $70. Uber back. Apple up $11, climbing again. Coming on for another run here. $11 gain on Netflix right now. Unity up 39 cents. Thank you very much. Microsoft sevens have gone wild. Triple sevens on Microsoft up $7.77 a share. Okay, nice. Brian, just because it is GameStop, I'm expecting it to drop back to 11 next week. I hope it doesn't, of course. Savage of Wall Street, boom, back in the Carvana dumpster fire ride. 2 May 17 puts. I bought them for 105, and kids, please don't do this at home, but I've made over 20 grand in a few weeks selling covered calls. I can afford to be stupid, says Savage. Nothing wrong with writing out of the money covered calls, ever. Never, ever anything wrong with it, ever. All rollovers are always doable. 881 up $23 on Nvidia, people. Nice. 1359 on GameStop. As we fluctuate here, we're going to see 10, 20, 30 cent swings on GameStop now. You've got to prepare for that. But hey, these run-ups are just dramatic. it's interesting to see them to come together like this. I just get the impression that there are people in trouble on GameStop on the short side. Just, and I think someone's buying up the stock. I just think so. Someone's in a hurry to buy up paper. If I could say more, I would, but I can't, so I won't. There you go. All right. Oil down 26 cents. The VIX is down 55 to 1413. The fear index is still dropping. Very good. Very good for a higher market. Indeed. Okay. ME volume only 541,000. Still no news on a potential takeout. Nvidia up 23.20 at 881 now, climbing again. Sofi 704, 1348 to 1355 on GameStop. I'm not sure who to believe. These two devices of mine just diverge sometimes. I'm trying to figure it out. 1352, 1350, 1352. There you go. All over the place. All righty, folks. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm over my allotted time. Again, those of you who've been hitting the thumbs up button for me every day, you do it. I don't even ask you. You just do it. I thank you again and again and again. If you have forgotten to hit the thumbs up, please do it. Help us out. Those on the rerun, help me with thumbs ups. Thank you. We love breaking 200, 300. This puts us on the map. It makes YouTube promote us a little more, and we do appreciate promotion. Thank you all for your kind words. Thank you for your support all this week. Congratulations, class takers. Some of you were trying to get the deal last week. It didn't work for you. Let me know with emails if you're having any troubles on those 5 for 4 deals. And if you need any links, let me know. If any of you need a one-on-one session, get a hold of me privately and we'll see what we can do for you. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend. Congratulations, all of you this week. You've been just watching all kinds of volatility here, and some of you have cashed in some lovely option positions. Nicely done, each and every one of you. I love it when my viewers make money. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We'll keep an eye on this market. And we'll be watching the stories out on the weekend. And Monday we'll be back with you for another fun week. And let's see what this market has in store for everyone. It's never a dull moment, and it's always a good old time. Will SoFi break 720 today? 727. Will it go to 750? It's possible. Just don't know if it's going to be done or not. We'll see what it wants to do. More power to the SoFi shares. Thank you. Let's go here. I've got Savage of Wall Street saying that I have stinkers in to sell those puts for $195, and now I am chilling. Brian, yes, it had a quick drop, 20 cents there. Savage of Wall Street. It all starts at class number 1, you guys. Brian, thanks, Uncle Bruce. This is fun. Have a great weekend. Time to rewind. Splayer, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday for some more fun here. Splayer, earnings after the bell, as it seems. Stuart, thank you. Neat emojis coming through. Sharon, it's 2:42 a.m. in New Zealand. I'm going to bed right now. Alex, thanks, Uncle Bruce. And Team Bagel, have a good weekend. Bobby, trying to stink ask on Rocket Lab June 7. $7 at 70 cents. Giddy up, buddy. Dude, thank you, Uncle Bruce. Good trades, everybody. Cheers. Bobby, let's go Monday earnings. Neat emojis from Richard and D.A. Truda honoring the Knights of Neat. You never forget to honor the Knights of Neat. Thank you all. Well done, each and every one of you. All right, guys, that's it from here. I'm saying my goodbyes, and we'll catch you from Palm Desert Monday yet again, and we'll have some more fun next week. See if we can see you guys getting richer all over again. Okay, guys, thank you so much. The best to you. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.